Hello, it's Vinny Sandu here for European Cricket with a Tuesday preview show for the Dream11 European Cricket Series, which is currently taking place in Stockholm, Sweden. I'm here to take you through all the day one action and look ahead to the 5 games we're going to see in Stockholm on day 2. Now, if you don't already, why don't you follow us at European Cricket on our social media, our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at European Cricket. Or if you don't already, why don't you like and subscribe to our channel, ECN European Cricket Network, or myself, Mr Maximo. Now, we certainly had a lot of fun on day 1, and we're going to take you through the 5 games which were played on Monday there in Stockholm, Sweden. And this, of course, is a 7-team tournament. It's a 5-day tournament, so games being played Monday to Friday. Each team will play each other in a round-robin format, so that's 6 preliminary games for each team, followed by a final 4, which will be played on Friday. Now, in match 1 of the competition there in Stockholm, we saw Indiska taking on Stockholm, and Indiska, they batted first and they posted a score of 71, and that seemed like a middle of the road total, and it certainly proved to be that way, as Stockholm, when they chased, they got within 1 run of the total, but they weren't able to get past it. So in that first game, Indiska took the first match out by only 1 run. It was the barest of margins. In Stockholm, they were cruising at 44 for no loss after 6 overs, and they looked to have the game in the bag, but they just faltered, and sometimes that can happen with teams batting second. And in fact, we saw in all 5 of these games played on day 1 in Stockholm that the teams batting first actually won the game. So it's a bit early to say whether there is a genuine advantage in batting first, or perhaps if it was just the luck of the draw on day 1. In the second match, Stockholm had to come back, and they played against Sigtuna in match 2, and Sigtuna batting first. They posted 95, led by Mohammad Rehman, who scored a very, very accomplished 50. It was the first half century of the tournament. He scored it off only 33 balls. And in response, Stockholm, again, they weren't able to get it done, and they fell for a total of 61 in their 10 overs. So they lost that game, match 2, by 34 runs. In the third match, Indiska came back, and this time it was their turn to take on Sigtuna in what we thought would be quite a close contest. Now, batting first, Sigtuna posted 99, and they weren't quite able to get the ton, but it was enough to beat Indiska, who ended up falling 8 runs short of their total. Indiska actually were 60 for 2 after 6 overs. They looked to be right on target with that 10 and over, but in the end, Sigtuna were able to restrict them to only 31 of the final 4 overs to win that match. The third match by 8 runs. In match number 4, the ALZ made their first appearance, and they blasted 123 runs, by far the highest total of the day, against Stockholm Mumbai Indians, who themselves were making their debut in the competition. ALZ were led by a superb all-round effort from Azam Khalil, who made 36 off only 15 balls and also scored 3 for 8 off his 2 overs with the ball. In response, Stockholm Mumbai Indians, they were never in the hunt. In fact, they only were able to score 44 runs off their 10 overs. So they were totally outclassed, but Lakhani for them, he picked up 2 wickets. So that was a promising individual performance, but they were well beaten by ALZ, who looked very impressive to me. And in the final game of the day, the Stockholm Mumbai Indians had a chance to right the wrongs of match 4. They came up against Pakistanska Finland, and Pakistanska, they won the toss. They elected to bat, and they put up another 99 on the board. So it was the second 99 of the day. And Stockholm Mumbai Indians, again, they were able to do slightly better with the bat, but they didn't really have anyone driving their innings. Lakhani actually top scoring with 14, and that just wasn't enough to get close to that total, get close to the 100 required. So Lakhani, again, he was a standout player for them. He was their top scorer with 14, also took 3 for 13 with the ball. So in the end, Stockholm Mumbai Indians went down in that game by 32 runs. So why don't we have a look at the standings after the first day of action? So after 5 matches, it's actually Sigtuna who have played to and won 2. They were at the top of the table with a net run rate of plus 2.1. But ALZ lurking behind. They were very impressive in that first game. But they have only played the 1 game. So they're 1 for 1. It's the same situation there with Pakistanska Finland, who are 1 out of 1. Now, in Indiska, they split their games today, and they are in the top 4 as a result, while Stockholm And Mumbai Indians, they could not pick up any points from their 2 games on day 1, while Kista will be making their debut in the tournament on day 2, the Tuesday game. Now, that is a game which I will be previewing in a separate video. That is Kista versus Albi Zalmi. Now, I will leave the link in the description to this video, so make sure you check that out on this same channel, ECN European Cricket Network. So that's where we stand. Of course, it's very early days in the tournament, but it'll be very interesting to see what happens on day 2. So we do have 5 matches coming your way on day 2, and of course you can follow all the action here on www.ecn.cricket or on our YouTube channel. If you're in India, you can follow it on the Fan Code platform. So starting at 8 a.m. GMT, which is 10 o'clock in Central Europe, or 1:30 p.m. in India, we're starting with Kista versus Albi Zalmi. Now, that's a big challenge for Kista in their first game, because Albi Zalmi, for me, even though they only played 1 game on the first day, they were by far the most professional looking team at that tournament. So Kista versus Albi Zalmi, I couldn't go past Albi Zalmi for this one. I think that they should win, and win comfortably, but it's a good opportunity for Kista to get into the tournament and just build some confidence. Of course, they've got 6 games to play, and they would want to be in the hunt come the end of the week. In the second game, we've got Pakistanska Vereniging versus Stockholm Cricket Club. Now, Stockholm, they're 0 for 2 after the first day. They'll be really hungry for a win, but I can't see them getting over Pakistanska. I think that Pakistanska have a little bit more polish on them, and so I've tipped them to win that second game, which starts at 3:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. And don't forget, these are 2-hour time slots, so we've got plenty of action coming your way. There's always a new game around the corner. In match number 8, which is the third game of the day, we're going to see Albi Zalmi return to play Pakistanska, and I think this will be the match of the day for mine. It's currently their 2nd versus 3rd on the table. It'll be interesting to see if they're still that way when this game begins. But for me, Albi Zalmi, again, I think they're favourites for the tournament, and I think that they're going to want to get one over on Pakistanska Vereniging in this game. So Albi Zalmi, for me, to win the 3rd game of the day, which is match 8 of the tournament. Next up, we have in the penultimate game, Indiska making a return against Stockholm Mumbai Indians. And for me, Indiska will be too strong. I think that the Mumbai Indians, they must be a bit rattled by their performances on day 1. So Indiska, I think, should be picking up their 2nd win for the tournament in that game. And then the 5th and final game of the day, we see the Stockholm Mumbai Indians this time take on Stockholm, and there's every chance that these two will be playing for their first win of the tournament in this game. So it should be an absolute cracker in the 5th game of the day, and this game starting at 9:30 p.m. Indian time. And for me, I think it'll be Stockholm CC. That's my prediction to win this game, and they'll open their account in the tournament in match 10. So they are the predictions, Mr Maximo's predictions for the Tuesday 15th of June matches in the Dream11 European Cricket Series coming from Stockholm. And just once again, don't forget to tune in all the action coming your way until Friday with this tournament. So we're very excited to bring this tournament to you here on the European Cricket Network. And just a reminder to follow us again and look out. We do preview a match of the day every day. And we also have these preview shows coming your way so we can keep you informed about the Dream11 European Cricket Series in Stockholm. But for now, this is Mr Maximo, Vinny Sandu saying, enjoy the game and see you next time.